What's up? This is Trey T, and in this video, I will be giving my review of Black Adam. So if you have yet to see the movie, just be prepared. There are spoilers in this review. Before I get into the review, I would just like to point out I love Marvel and Marvel movies, but I love DC more than Marvel. So I'm very passionate about these DC movies. So it may come across that I'm very critical in my reviews. So first, I'm gonna start off by giving my how I rank and rate all the movies that DC has released over the years. The 12, like in the DC extended universe that they just recently started back in 2013. At number 12, I have the first Suicide Squad that came out in 2016. I feel like other than some good parts with like Will Smith as Deadshot and Margot Robbie as, I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Robbie or Robbie? But anyway, her as Harley Quinn. I feel like they built that movie up too high and it didn't meet expectations. I felt like it was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. So I gave that a 4 out of 10 because of the hype that they built up around it. I don't know why they tried to make Joker some kind of gangster and had him with lime green hair and tattoos all over his face. And he had a damn grill. I don't understand what that was about. At number 11, I had The Last Wonder Woman. The design for Cheetah was horrible. And they spent too much time on slow motion scenes and trying to make it a love story between Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor. So I gave it a 5 out of 10. Birds of Prey, I don't understand how even though Harley Quinn kind of stole the show in Suicide Squad, I still don't understand how Birds of Prey, how Harley Quinn got her own movie. And Black Mask was so weak in that movie. Like, you would think Black Mask would have been a big time villain type, but he was just like, that was just weak. A weak Black Adam. I mean, a Black Mask. So I gave that 5 out of 5 out of 10. The Suicide Squad, the one that came out, I like that one better than the first one. I felt like it had a lot of funny moments in it, but it was still kind of like an average movie to me. But like, so I gave it a 6 out of 10. And I know some people, oh yeah, Black Adam. Black Adam to me was kind of like an average type movie too. I'm not gonna, like, in some reviews I've called it horrible. It was all right. I didn't like the storyline though, but I'm about to get into Black Adam. I gave it a 6.2 out of 10. Justice League, the Josh Whedon one, I gave that one a 6.5 out of 10. I didn't like the design of Cyborg. They used too much CGI. And I didn't like Ezra Miller as the Flash. I didn't like the way he was running. He ran weird. How did you not know how to run? You could have hired a coach. So they could have gave him a coach or something to teach him how to run. Why was he running with his arms flailing like that from side to side? That was weird. And the whole Mother Box plot line, joining the Mother Boxes, I felt like that was stupid. I felt like if Steppenwolf is supposed to be a god, I don't like how Superman was just like so easily able to defeat him like that. At 6, I have Aquaman. I felt the villain in Aquaman, that was a good movie, so I gave that one a 7 out of 10. Zack Snyder's Justice League, I felt like it filled in some of the gaps that were taken out to make room for Josh Whedon's Justice League. So I felt like that was a good movie. And I'm glad they, after years of people begging, release the Snyder Cut, release the Snyder Cut, they finally caved in and got it to come. Number 4, Batman versus Superman. I like that one. I like the Ultimate Edition better when they released that one, even though it was longer. Again, I felt like it filled in some gaps that they took out of the movie in the original one. So I like the Ultimate Edition when they released it. So I gave that an 8 out of 10. Shazam, I loved Shazam. Shazam, like I didn't really know that much about Shazam. So like the villain, that was a good villain. Like I forgot his name, but that was a badass villain. So, and then I remember when I went to the movie to see that movie, and I forgot all about the Shazam kids. When all of them showed up, I was like, oh shit, I forgot all about the Shazam kids. So I love Shazam. The first Wonder Woman movie was great. I love the first Wonder Woman movie. And that's why I feel like Wonder Woman 1984 was such a big disappointment, because everybody was looking forward to it being like the original, the first Wonder Woman. And they really let everybody down with that one. And Man of Steel, I feel like they gave it a great background for Superman. And like, Feora, whatever the lady in Man of Steel she was beating Superman ass. She was beating, it's to me, it felt like she was beating Superman ass worse than Zod did. So, but yeah, I love Man of Steel. That's why I gave it a 9 out of 10. So now I'm just going to jump into the review for Black Adam. So the movie basically starts in like 2600 BCE, and it starts off in Kahndaq, and it's like a whole bunch of slaves, and they're digging for Ethereum or something like that. I think it's Ethereum, because it's supposed to be it's supposed to be this powerful material that can like power, because they're trying to get this crown. The king is trying to find this crown so he can basically become immortal and invincible and stuff like that. So they got the slaves out there in Kahndaq digging for Ethereum. One of the slaves he finds this blue mineral. It's Ethereum. So he looks around to see if anybody's seen him find it, and he about to try to like hide it. But it's too late. Somebody already saw him find it. They're like, he got you. He got it. It's on some like Willy Wonka golden tickets type stuff. So then they like, back away, leave him alone. Because all the other, because it's supposed to be a reward for it. So he takes the Ethereum up to the people who over the slaves, and he shows it to them. He gives it to the people who over the slaves. And he asked them, where's my reward? And then they're like, oh, you want your reward? And then they kill him. Here's they're like, the king thanks you for your service. And then they kill him and then throw him off like the mountain. And there was a little boy that was with him. And the little boy was like, that's not right. That's not fair. Blah, 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 blah. So then the little boy is named Harut. So the little boy's father comes, oh, he's just a child, don't hurt him, hold him. And then he walks him back like, Harut, you can't do that. And they like, oh, I'm tired of these bullies. He's like, Harut is like, I'm tired of these bullies and blah, 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 blah. So then the king, Octon, is able to gain enough Ethereum to create the crown. And then Harut actually was able to steal the crown, and he took off running with it, and all the guards were chasing him. And then he ran and he held the crown up to the sky in like a diamond shape, hoping that something would happen. And then right when they were about to kill him, the ground opened up and he fell down. And that's when he came face to face with like the 7 wizards of Shazam. And they gave him the power of Shazam. But it wasn't like the Shazam, the other one, like the Achilles and all that. This Shazam was like an Egyptian type power. They gave him like Egyptian type powers. It wasn't like Zeus and Achilles like that, and Hercules. It was some kind of Egyptian god type powers that they gave him. So Harut turns into the hero, or the hero, and he starts killing people, killing all the guards and the king and all that. So that's how it ended. I mean, that's how it started in Kahndaq. So now you fast forward to present day Kondak, who is under the dictatorship of Intergang. Like, if you ever watched Superman the animated series, you know Intergang was just like organization where they got weapons from like Apocalypse and stuff from Darkseid, and they were just committing crime and stuff. So basically now Intergang is running things in Kondak on some terrorist type stuff. So everybody is afraid of Intergang, and it's this little boy. He's skateboarding. He probably like 12, 13 years old, 14, something like that. So he on his skateboard, and Intergang is checking everybody's cars to make sure, because they looking for certain people because those people are wanted. Though they feel like those people are dangerous. So the boys on the skateboard, they stop him. They were like, he was like, come on, man, you see me every day. And they like, I'll tell you every day. If it has wheels, it's a vehicle, and every vehicle has to be checked. So then the boy gets into it with the people, and one of the people that they looking for is a woman, and she is actually stowed away in the car that they're interrogating. So while the boy is distracting them, the woman is hiding in the back because they about to check the back, but they get distracted by the boy on the skateboard. So then the man driving the car like, hey, dude, can I go through? And he was like, yeah, go ahead. And then the boy took off running on the skateboard. And it turns out that the boy on the skateboard, the woman that's in the car, that's actually his mother. So the teenage boy is named Amon, and his mother is named Adriana. Adriana and the people in the car with her, they are looking for the crown of Sabak. It's either Sabak or Sabak or something like that. They're looking for the crown that the king had created to give him the power of immortality, the one that Harut had stolen in the beginning of the movie. So while they are driving, Adriana and the other people, she's with another guy named Ishmael. They're chased by Intergang, and they end up in this cave. And in the cave, Adriana and Ishmael, they see the crown of Sabak. So they both try to get the crown, and Adriana gets the crown. And when she does, the one of the people in the car is actually her brother. So that's Amon's uncle. So Intergang finds them in the cave, and they take her brother, and they say, give me the crown, I'm gonna kill your brother. So she has the crown, and they threaten to kill her brother. She was like, don't kill him. So she comes, they shooting at her and stuff. She's like, I give up, I surrender, I'm gonna give you the crown. So she walks out, and she gives them the crown. And just like anything, once the bad guys get what they want, they have no need for hostages. They're going to kill them. So once they are about to kill her, she's on her knees. She looks on the ground and she sees this like inscription, and she reads it. It's about Teth Adam. So she reads it, and it begins to glow. And then a big explosion happens, and Black Adam shows up. So once Black Adam... Well, at that point, he's Teth Adam. So once Teth Adam shows up, all the Intergang people point their guns at him, and he kills one of them immediately. Then all of them start shooting at him, and he try to like start catching bullets and stuff. And then he just blows up the entire cave and kill all the Intergang. And then he escapes out, and Adriana and her brother and Ishmael is presumed to be dead in the cave. So they all leave. Adriana and her brother leave. Teth Adam escapes out of the cave, and now he's out there fighting Intergang. Adriana grabs the crown before the cave explodes, and it's falling down. The rubble is falling down. She takes the crown and runs out of the cave with her brother. And they go out there and they get in their car. And they're about to drive away, but Intergang is out there fighting Teth Adam, shooting at him, shooting rockets at him, and all that type of stuff. So he starts killing some of them, and then he turns his focus on Adriana and her brother, but he doesn't kill him. Then another Intergang person comes and he shoots Teth Adam with some Ethereum, which I guess weakens him, because it hurt him and he fell out. And then that's when Adriana and her brother saved him and put him in the car, and they took him back to the house, the hideout, wherever they were. And they put him in her son's bed. So after seeing the destruction that Teth Adam has caused, Amanda Waller says, oh, he's a threat. He needs to be neutralized. So she calls in the Justice Society of America. See, this is one of the biggest problems I had with the movie, because the timelines are all messed up. Because the Justice Society was basically predates the Justice League. And why would the Justice Society be working with Task Force X or Suicide Squad, whatever you want to call them? Why would they be working with them and not like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Flash, Aquaman, all of them? But anyway, so she tells them that he's a threat, so they go find him. They go find Teth Adam. So then Teth Adam wakes up in Amon's bed, and Amon starts talking to him, telling him about that Teth Adam was once a great hero, and Teth Adam was like, I'm nobody's hero and stuff like that. He's like, we need you to be our hero. We need you to be our protector. Intergang has come in and they terrorize us and stuff like that. And nobody does anything about it. You're better than Batman, Superman. You're stronger than all of them. None of them do anything about it. So then Teth Adam is about to leave, and then Adriana comes home and the brother, and then she's telling him, I don't want my son to fight and all that type of stuff. So then Teth Adam leaves, and then Amon leaves, and he goes out into the city to the Intergang people and picks a fight with them. And just like Harut did when he stole the Ethereum, he runs and puts his hand up in the air in a diamond and said, please, Teth Adam, help me. So then Teth Adam goes and he starts fighting Intergang again. He did like Harut did when Harut stole the crown. My fault, not the Ethereum. He stole the crown. So this is when the Justice Society of America comes in to try to stop Teth Adam from fighting Intergang, and they get into a fight with him. Atom Smasher, Cyclone, Dr. Fate, and Hawkman. They get into it with Black Adam. And then Adriana asked them, why are you trying to stop him? He's our hero. And they telling him he's nobody's hero. He's not a hero. He's the only hero we have. Where has the Justice League been all this time? Where Intergang has been terrorizing us? None of y'all come save us. Now that we have someone to try to save us, stop Intergang, y'all want to try to stop him. So then they realize they can't beat Teth Adam. Dr. Fate realizes that Adriana has the crown of Sabak. But about this time, Amon has stolen the crown from his mom, and she sent him home. So when he went home, that's when Ishmael, that was presumed dead in the cave, shows up to their house, and he basically kidnaps Amon and asks him what a crown is and all that. So then they go to confront Black Adam, telling Teth Adam to surrender and all that, and he's like, I'm not surrendering and all that. So then Amon calls his mom and tell her that Ishmael is at the house, and she was like, Ishmael's dead. And he was like, where's the crown and all that. She don't know that the son has the crown, he hid it or whatever. So basically, they threatening to kill Amon if they don't give him the crown. So Adriana tries to convince Teth Adam and the Justice League to put aside their differences to help her save her son. And the Justice Society is like, nah, he killed too many people, and we trying to stop him and all that. And she begging and pleading and all that. And so they all decide to go and save Amon. On the way over there, Dr. Fate tells Hawkman that one of them is going to die, but he don't tell him which one it is. So then once they get there and they confront Ishmael, he says, give me the crown or I'll kill the son. So then they finally, they end up giving Ishmael the crown. And he pulls out the gun and he shoots the bullet. He shoots the gun at Amon anyway. And Black Adam races in front to save Amon. And he saves him, but Ishmael already put the crown on, and Ishmael reveals that he's the last descendant of Akhton, King Akhton. So then Ishmael puts the crown on, and Teth Adam fights him and ends up killing him while he has the crown on. While doing so, this blows up the entire hideout, the house or whatever. And Teth Adam feels a certain type of way about this, so he leaves and he goes to like the ruins of Kahndaq. So Hawkman follows Teth Adam back to the ruins of Kahndaq, and that's what Teth Adam tells him. The story of Teth Adam is not true. It's all based on a lie. He was never a hero. And in fact, that the original Teth Adam was actually Harut. Harut was Teth Adam, and Harut was actually his son. And once Harut became Teth Adam, the King Akhton's men decided to torture his family. So like kill his mother and all that, and his father and all that. And in order to save them, Harut gave up his power. His father was about to die. So he gave his power to his father. And as soon after he gave his power to his father, he was killed by King Akhton's assassins. So Harut was the original Teth Adam that the wizards gave the power to, not the now Teth Adam. So then it's revealed that Adriana read the inscriptions on the crown wrong. So Ishmael wanted Teth Adam to kill him. That way he can go like to hell or something like that to gain the power of the crown of Sabbath. So then once that happened, he comes back more powerful than ever. After Harut gave his powers to his father, Teth Adam, and the king's assassins killed Harut, that is what drove Teth Adam crazy and drove him to kill all of them. And once that happened, the wizards felt that he wasn't worthy, so they took his powers away and sealed him away and imprisoned him. That is why he was asleep for thousands of years. So riddled by guilt, Teth Adam finally surrenders and gives himself up to the JSA, the Justice Society of America, by giving up his powers by saying Shazam, and that turns him back into a normal human. And they take him back to like headquarters, and they put him in like a chamber where he's gonna stay, where he can't speak, ever say his name ever again. And then the JSA decide they have to go fight Ishmael, who's now become like the demon of Sabbath, because now he has the crown. So Ishmael, now the demon of Sabbath, has raised an army from hell and is terrorizing Kahndaq. So Amon, Adriana, and all the citizens of Kahndaq have to fight the army from hell. And the JSA show up to fight Ishmael, who's now the demon of Sabbath. On the way there, Dr. Fate tells Hawkman that he's going to die, that Hawkman is going to die. So when they get there, Dr. Fate casts a spell that blocks Hawkman, Cyclone, and Atom Smasher from entering, to where the only people that's going to be in there is Dr. Fate versus the demon of Sabbath. And they trying to tell him, no, don't do this, don't do this. I thought you said I was the one that was going to die. And then Dr. Fate said he found a different way. So then Dr. Fate goes in there, and it was basically kind of how like Doctor Strange did when he fought Thanos, where he turned into like 100 other Doctor Stranges. That's how Dr. Fate did. He turned into like multiple versions of himself and was fighting the demon of Sabbath. But eventually it didn't last long. And Dr. Fate knew he was going to die soon. So what he did was he got inside like Teth Adams' head and he was telling him, it's not too late. You can change your ways and become a hero. These people of Kahndaq need you. They need you. Wake up, and like what happened long ago, you can redeem yourself now and all that. So then he breaks he sets Teth Adam free from Task Force X headquarters, and Teth Adam, he says Shazam, and he gets his powers back, and then Dr. Fate is killed. And by the time Teth Adam gets there, now it's going to be Teth Adam versus the Demon of Sabbac. So now Teth Adam shows up, and it's a big showdown between Teth Adam and the Demon of Sabbac, which is Ishmael, the descendant of King Akhton. So then they're fighting, and the Demon of Sabbac tells Teth Adam that the wizard's powers were wasted on him, and they're fighting. And then Black Adam, Hawkman comes behind the Demon of Sabbac and he stabs him. And then once he stabs him, the Demon of Sabbac grabs Hawkman and he starts choking him. And then that's when Teth Adam gets back up and starts fighting the Demon of Sabbac. And eventually he grabs the demon by the horns, the top of the head, and then he rips his face in half. And I think the crown did. I can't remember if the crown broke or not. But he defeats the Demon of Sabbac. And that's how that battle ends. And all the Hell army that came from Hell, they all disappeared. Kind of like how Thanos' army disappeared. They kind of like turned into dust. So a lot of these scenes are like basic, almost copies of Endgame with the Avengers. Basically. So after all that arguing throughout the movie, Hawkman and Teth Adam finally shake hands and congratulate each other on a victory against the Demon of Sabbac. And the citizens of Kahndaq are running around. They're happy that they defeated the army. And then Adriana and Amon, they're asking Teth Adam, should he be a hero now? And then he goes and he sits on the throne. And he thinks about it. And then he breaks the throne. And he says, I don't want to be a hero. I'm not a hero. But I will be a protector of Kahndaq. So then he breaks after he breaks the throne, he said he don't want to be called Teth Adam anymore. And then that's when he decides to be called Black Adam. So after all that transpires, Black Adam is confronted on a screen by Amanda Waller, and she tells him that he is now a prisoner of Kahndaq, that he better not leave Kahndaq. He can be their protector, but he better not leave that city. And if he does, then she'll send some people after him. And then Black Adam tells Amanda Waller that there's nobody on this planet that can stop him. So Amanda Waller tells Black Adam, then she'll send somebody not from the planet. That's not from the planet to stop him. And then Black Adam destroys the Monitor. And then like 3 seconds later, Superman shows up and he tells Black Adam, we need to talk. And that is how Black Adam ends. So like I said, overall, it was an all right movie. It's not something I would rewatch probably. I probably wouldn't. If I did, it would be probably only like one more time I watched it. To me, it don't have any replay value. Like Wonder Woman had replay value. Like even Shazam for me, like I say, Shazam, I would rewatch Shazam. I don't see myself rewatching Black Adam. Me personally, like it didn't grab my attention like that to where, oh man, I need to see a sequel. Now when Black Adam fight Shazam or Superman, then yeah, I'll watch that. But as far as me rewatching this movie, no. But like I said, I had some problems with it. Like I didn't like the whole storyline of the whole, the crown They're trying to get the crown and to become more powerful and stuff like that. That kind of reminded me of Justice League when Steppenwolf was trying to join the three mother boxes and trying to create the anti-life equation and stuff like it. The plot was just weak to me. I feel like it could have had a better plot. I feel like Marvel movies have a better plot than DC movies for some reason. And for some reason, one of the biggest problems I have with DC movies is they rely too much on special effects and CGI. But the main thing I have a problem with is slow motion. DC has way too many slow motion scenes. We get it. You like using slow motion. Wonder Woman 1984, it was like slow motion. Every 5 minutes they had a slow motion scene. In this movie with Black Adam, slow motion scene after slow motion scene after slow motion scene. I'm like, dude, we get it. In Justice League, slow motion scene with Flash, slow motion scene with Wonder Woman. Like, we get it. You like you don't, other than with Quicksilver, you didn't really see that many slow motion scenes in the Avengers movies. But you see that countless times in these DC movies, and I don't get it. Like, yes, slow motion is cool, but you don't have to use it every 3 minutes in the movie, man. That gets tiresome. So I had a problem with that. Like I said, I had a problem with the whole timeline thing, that why would the JSA, Justice Society of America, be working with Task Force X and not Batman and Superman and all of them? And I don't understand why Superman is working with Amanda Waller either. Like, I don't get that. Another thing I had a problem with is when I told you that Dr. Fate had cast a spell to where Hawkman and the other members of the JSA couldn't get in. If you ever saw Justice League Unlimited, not even Justice League Unlimited, just Justice League the animated series, Hawkgirl's mace disrupts magic. So in the movie, Hawkman was using his mace to try to break through the force field and he couldn't do it. But in the animated show, Justice League, the animated series, Hawkgirl's mace was able to defeat Dr. Fate. So I didn't understand, because the nth metal in the mace disrupts magic. So I didn't understand how in the movie that didn't work, but it worked in the animated series. But yeah, I just felt like the story wasn't strong enough for me. I felt like it was kind of weak, with a weak villain. Like, there was a weak villain. And I understand that's the backstory of Black Adam, but still, that, like, it could have been better to me. But, so that's my review of Black Adam. You still can go watch it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people enjoy it also. I personally, like I said, it was like an average to above average little, like, it didn't wow me. It's just an above average movie to me. I gave it a 6 out of 10. But you be the judge for yourself. As always, thanks for watching. Like your comments, subscribe to the channel. More videos coming soon. Trey T out. Peace.